I love going to Chuck E. Cheese. I love the vomit pit filled with
Oh, cool, it's the, severed hand weapon. Nothing.
You get a severed hand for a weapon in the Chuck E. Cheese vomit pit. I can't. This is... There's so much happening all at once. I have to process. Welcome back to another NEKO Reacts. Buckle in, everyone. This is a real long one, so while I'm here, if you could please leave a like and subscribe to the universe, I'd really appreciate it. I can't wait. Oh my gosh.
Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree, is the newest and greatest installment in a series that I can only describe as the refined man's flagellation, recognized and infamous for having such straightforward story and gameplay that there are literally hundreds of YouTubers whose job it is to explain the things that happen in it. Now, suffice it to say, I'm going to be doing a lot of that today, but I can assure you, the accuracy of my statements are generally described as highly questionable at best, as I am currently being hunted in 39 kingdoms for crimes against information, taking place inside the brand new realm of Shadow, where the developers accidentally created an entire new game of content and pretended it was DLC. This novel expansion promises to deliver a whole new world of masochism and internal injury, all the while providing a generous serving of beautiful and breathtaking vistas at approximately the same rate as it scares the blood outside of your body.
That's insane.
And
honestly, just the first minute of this video, and I 100% believe that Elden Ring should partner with Max for that. Like, that would be kind of sick. The promo just for the DLC is wild. I've never seen the DLC before. I've never played it. I had a friend that already beat the game before I could see the DLC. So this is all very new to me, and I'm super excited.
At approximately the same rate as it scares the blood outside of your body.
Insane.
And you would be very surprised just how much one man can bleed. To explore this contrasting land of putrid possibilities, we play as the Tarnished, one of many horrifying insults to God who primarily fight their enemies by drinking a soda that sends your bones into attack mode. Finally, Sentinel, Land of Shadow, upon hearing the news that Moog, Lord of Blood, has beaten the allegations and wishes to sue this blonde twink for defamation of character. All throughout the lands between, our enemies crave the sweet, merciful embrace of death, and for the delicious taste of finely crafted steel. This is the story of one such Tarnished who chose to heed their harrowing call, to challenge the authority of the very gods themselves, and to pursue the all-powerful—
Who is that? I hate that I interrupted mid-sentence, but who is that? They look kind of hot. I just need to know for research purposes only, I promise. Only research purposes. No other particular reasons at all.
The authority of the very gods themselves, and to pursue the all-powerful Elden Ring.
That's insane! Oh man, I feel like I'm watching a movie! I mean, I technically am. We're gonna be here for a while. It's a mama! Max, if there is one thing that you can do is convince me to want to play this game in under a minute. I completely gave up on Elden Ring, but you might just change my mind, okay? I might change my mind, and I'm scared of that. Holy fluff, that is so cinematic and beautiful. Oh, I feel blessed. That's so cool. Dude, I love it already.
Michaela the Kind spoke of many things. That the birth of a god oft requires sacrifice. And for each light that dawns, a shadow is cast in kind. Thus did he depart to the place cloaked eternal in twilight, in search of his birthright, his godhood. And now from you, I request something similar. To find the path sanctified by Michaela's stride,
So
to venture
poetic.
with us to the lands of shadow.
Honestly, if you told
What
me
the
those
fuck
were
are you talking
in-game
about?
A land
lines,
whose
I'd believe
wonders
it.
shall never be put to song, doomed to be forgotten evermore. Where the remnants of an ancient war suffer even still the indignities of defeat and the abandonment of victory. The land under the wings of the dread Lord Vale, in the gaze of the beasts, once divine, and cloaked eternally in the ashes of Mesmer's flame.
I don't want to interrupt, but it's
All
beautiful.
to follow in the footsteps of kindly Michaela, across all corners it may lead, to complete his journey, to witness his ascension.
That's so cool. I would have squeezed in something before they start talking again because I don't want to interrupt. But Michaela the Kind? Could someone fill me in? I don't recall her being kind. Or him. Is it he or she? I can't remember. I'm not good with names and faces. I need pictures. I apologize.
To witness his ascension.
That is so cool.
Go now. Touch the withered arm and
I'll touch
journey
it.
to the land forgotten.
I'll touch it.
I will not be far behind. May we meet again.
Ooh. I wonder who exactly Cotton was voicing. Completely naked. Oh, it's beautiful. Whoa. That's such a sick OP.
So after being banished to the literal Shadow Realm, we take our first steps into the Spirit Grave Plains, the beautiful and majestic site of a cataclysmic ancient war. Or
That
more
is
accurately,
sick.
a cataclysmic ancient genocide. You see, I can use my inductive reasoning skills to deduce that, people died here. And we are going to be adding to that total now. So this is the first enemy in the DLC, and a
It's a
great choice for
giant-
beginners. I really like the part where he
Wow.
just never stops pursuing you.
Greetings, Tarnished One.
Wait, he said it never stops pursuing you? Does it actually, like, never ever? Like, you could go across the map and he'll be there? He won't despawn? That's terrifying if that's the case.
Really like the part where he just never stops pursuing you.
Greetings, Tarnished One. Your
Ooh,
presence
I
here
know
is
this
fortuitous,
BTM.
for I bear a burdensome quest of grave import. Should you be
Grave?
willing
Oh,
to
fuck, wait a
undertake
second.
it? To
Okay,
the
so I
west,
have
you shall find the
greatly
source
misinterpreted his
strength
acro
of
range. This guy's really interested in hearing the lore. Okay, motherfucker, I'm gonna take you out.
Mixing voices.
It's not looking good.
It is not.
Now, seeing as my physical safety is currently an open question, we have to equip ourselves with brand new threads every single time I walk into a new place.
Yes.
Yes, I am going to keep the jar on during sex.
Yes, you
It
should.
comforts me. And by hunting a homeless man to death.
Max, as long as you're comfortable, that's all that matters. Your comfort is your priority, after all, right? Please tell me you guys prioritize comfort. Okay? We don't want to be gaming uncomfortably.
I am going to keep the jar on during sex.
Yeah.
It comforts me. And by hunting a homeless man to death in the woods where no one will hear me scream. This
Nobody.
enables us to explore and investigate all kinds of new and amazing structures that distinctly alter how and where the game is going to kill you, as well as shaping our interactions with the various local wildlife.
I'm Coyote Peterson, and I'm about to be eaten alive.
We've got hot dogs. Every second of his
my
life is spent in torment. Fucking Big Bird, apparently. The,
Hi, Big Bird.
What? I feel like I'm fighting a fucking
Tentacles.
Twitch emote. And of course the Dread Army of Eternal Pursuit.
Oh my
Thus
God.
the Covenant of Fate is bound and your doom inexorable. This shit is lagging my game a lot. He is the lag
That's a
monster. Yes, he is the
lot.
lag monster.
His main attack is heating up your CPU.
My computer thanks me for rendering this every day. Wandering erratically in a given direction, we promptly take shelter in a random cave, only to realize that that was a horrible mistake, and that this is no random cave. Oh God.
If memory serves me correctly, I heard something about these jar things. That they're actually just people shoved into a jar and forced to fit the shape of the jar. I don't know anything more than that, and I could be very wrong, so please feel free to enlighten me in the comments.
Was a horrible mistake, and that this is no random cave. Oh God.
I'll pass.
Oh God. What the fuck is that thing? Okay, so I ain't gonna sugarcoat it.
was
The jars are
pretty
people.
accurate.
We've been killing people this entire time.
Yeah.
Probably babies too. You can never unlearn this information, and honestly, I would fucking do it again. Like my
I didn't
brother in
mean to
Christ,
ask a
you
question.
firebombed Renala's preschool. Do you think anything is going to faze me at this point? See, kids, this is what
That's
happens to your
messed
body
up.
when you smoke pot. I cast deathlight on myself. Oh, please, not the jar. Anything but the jar. I don't think you know the implications of that one, Elden Ring. Miyazaki's into
don't.
some freaky shit. Exiting the confines of the Cobalt Mines with the status of the extremely cracked out monkey boss. Still in debate, for the Sibian race knows not the authority of God's light.
that's fast.
We make our way far to the west, venturing beyond the border of the grassland, before setting foot upon the majestic steps of Belleroth. Scorched City of Umbral Secrets, Cursed Camp of Forgotten Grace, and First Legacy Dungeon of the DLC.
That's
Which
insane.
unfortunately means that this is the easiest dungeon of the DLC. Please keep that in mind when you're fighting the giant scorpions.
I love how he's just like, by the way, it's the first one. So it's the quote unquote easy one. And he's very heavily hinting at the fact that it's not going to be easy. Tell me, did you play the Elden Ring DLC? Was it this bad for you? Did you struggle? I'm sure you did. But it's a question worth asking.
This is the easiest dungeon of the DLC. Please keep that in mind when you're fighting the giant scorpions.
Oh my gosh!
As a revered guest of this troublesome town, it's up to us to investigate exactly what happened to Belleroth and why it was
Yeah.
incredibly funny. Following in the footsteps of Michaela as
Why
he
was it funny?
gets lost for the next 40 minutes and accidentally ends up inside the sewer system. Miyazaki designs my favorite
Wait, why are we following in the steps of Michaela? Did I miss something? Because the last video, Michaela was slain. Now it's the DLC. Did I skip a video? We'll find out.
lost for the next 40 minutes and accidentally ends up inside the sewer system. Miyazaki designs my favorite Indian burial grounds.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Green Giant was
more.
never the same after he visited Chernobyl.
No,
Getting back to the site
he
of grace in a
wasn't.
very green fashion, we decide to visit my grandma because she is old and has dementia.
Who are you? What are your kind doing here?
I'm your grandson, silly.
Your kin burned Belleroth, burnt it all until naught remains but ash.
Oh.
1,000 curses upon your kin. 1,000 curses.
Oh, you're so funny, Grandma. I'll be seeing you later then.
No curses! This is insane!
That's a lot of spiders.
These
That
are
is a
scorpions.
lot of
They're
spiders.
Jesus.
You know, maybe I should, quickly say, like, arachnophobia warning, I suppose. I don't know what's in the DLC, so, I apologize if you have arachnophobia and you saw that. I don't have arachnophobia. I just have a natural fear of anything that crawls on me. It's pretty normal. Nobody likes it. But, better now than never, right? Although, now that I'm paused, because I don't like to interrupt, was the grandma actually important to the lore? Did she genuinely curse you? Well, what was her purpose for being there?
That's a lot of spiders.
These are scorpions.
There's a lot.
They're genius.
Stop! Kyle, don't move.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh!
Oh, thanks for telling me not to move. There was a spider. There was
Yeah.
a scorpion jump scare up there.
That's a good clip right there.
Oh my god! The screaming!
Okay, so this enemy just doesn't fuck around. He's got a moveset that's pretty fast. Not really sure how you're supposed to deal with that, but okay.
Oh. How do you deal with that?
Hey guys, can you come over here for a sec?
That's so
I think I found a
pretty.
secret. Oh, fuck. Oh my god! I love the vomit pit. I'm such a big fan of the vomit pit.
I love going to Chuck
No,
E.
I'm
Cheese.
not.
I love the vomit pit.
Oh, cool. It's the
Such a
severed
wild
hand weapon. Nothing.
You get a severed hand for a weapon in the Chuck E. Cheese vomit pit. I can't. This is there's so much happening all at once. I have to process.
Oh, cool. It's the
Oh, God.
severed hand weapon. Nothing touches the heart faster. I say as I rip open your chest cavity. That guy's got a fucked up name, by the way. We gotta put this guy. We gotta put this guy out of his misery. We just gotta fucking kill this guy.
Yeah.
Just fuck him up with hammers.
Yep. Kill that guy with hammers. So pretty! I really love that Max has put in clips of him playing with friends. Like, that is just so cool. I think that's a really nice little personal touch. It adds a little more flavor. He's able to balance, the friend clips with the cinematic clips and tie it all together really well. I love it. Oh, I'm such a nerd. That is too pretty. On bugs! Whew. Is it a giant bug? What's the boss here?
Oh, horn-decked beast, from higher
Grandma?
sphere delivered. Awake, O terror, by the gods' decree endeavored. Purge the filth with thy wrath and fury rendered.
Grandma? You don't look so well.
Cleanse all thou may. Their bones, their flesh are thine to flay.
What?
Thou hast trespassed for the final time.
Grandma! Grandma, is that new makeup we were telling you not to try? We told you it gives you a nasty rash and makes your skin flare up and you get all puffy. Are you okay, Grandma? I think I know what her purpose is now. I'm sorry for asking so many questions. Oh dear. Hi, Grandma. I'm scared to see her moveset. Oh my god.
So she does remember.
Yeah! Oh my god! That looks amazing!
Welcome everyone to the first major boss of the DLC, Divine Beast
Yeah.
Dancing Lion, who is not an actual lion, but are in fact two very coordinated people inside of a big suit, presumably so they can sneak into a movie theater.
Somebody is grabbing him with the Gmod physics gun and attached a couple thrusters to him.
Dancing Lion is the perfect introduction to this game's DLC bosses, both functioning as a difficult challenge for the player and also as a massive warning sign, because this shit is not going to get any easier for you. I am having difficulties
easy.
killing Mr. Beast. Perhaps he should make real videos like mine. Starting out the fight in Phase 1, the Divine Beast is actually a very manageable foe, offering us a pretty decent hurdle in terms of timing and aggression, but a less decent hurdle.
Curious. I know he's mid-fight right now, so my question might get answered, but it is a dancing lion, which implies that you could hypothetically slice it in half and then you'd have to fight the two halves of the dancing lion. If that's not a mechanic, I feel like that would have been really fun and really challenging and really cool. But if it is a mechanic, then I'm just 1 foot closer to getting the game again. I still have the game, but I don't have the DLC.
Offering us a pretty decent hurdle in terms of timing and aggression, but a less decent hurdle when it comes to his incredibly funny cameramancy. This, however, is merely a glimpse into what fearsome and frightening assaults lie just around the corner. And after a brief yet exhilarating bout, Divine Beast finally enters Phase 2 by channeling the power of the entire atmosphere, gaining access to 3 related yet distinct elemental phases, each one an absolute wrecking ball to both my health bar and this video's bitrate. With the lightning phase adding a great deal of range and aftershocks, the frost phase adding big stumps and punishing damage, and the storm phase adding in 50 tornado sirens. Jesus Christ, I'm fighting the fucking Avatar! Going from an ostensibly straightforward battle to a ruthlessly...
The tornado phase is... It's just the... It's what everyone in Arizona, Death Valley experiences every summer. I'm sorry, I don't know why I thought that was so funny in the moment. But that's such an accurate representation of tornado season.
Christ, I'm fighting the fucking Avatar! Going from an ostensibly straightforward battle to a ruthlessly engaging and unpredictable gauntlet. Switching between all manner of elements to keep you on your toes while giving you precious few moments to breathe or reciprocate. Because by the time you've gotten used to an element, he is already switching to the next one. Greatly compounding even further into the fight when the Divine Beast shifts into a medley of every element back to back, forcing you to flee in abject terror while the boss channels the power of the 4 elements. And number 2 will shock you. So despite and because of this chaos, Divine Beast's Dancing Lion is an absolutely peak fight, balancing out explosive violence with a myriad of openings, each one gated by the guesses and gambles that you are willing to take. And I just so happen to be very bad at the casino.
Oh, poor Max. Banger music. That is just so beautiful. That's insane. Oh. So Grandma was a legend, was not a demigod. Okay, I'm slowly but surely trying to fill in the gaps of the story and lore that I am missing. Because obviously, never played, I know nothing, very new. I know only the things I know from previous comments on previous videos, which I'm very grateful for. Okay, I'm very grateful for that. It really means a lot. Because I like to at least understand a little bit of what's going on. That was absolutely beautiful. A little sad it didn't split in half. That would have been cool too.
So after defeating our enthusiastic celebration of Chinese New Year, we ascend to the very peak of Belrot's Twisted Tower, bathed in the stunning presence of the Shadow Tree, climbing with bated breath its sweeping stairs before finally reaching the mailbox. How did you get a letter up here?
Tarnished. I hope this letter reaches thee unscathed, for it would be treacherous if that weird lion downstairs woke up. Beyond the tower sealed by shadow lies a place known as the Gates of Divinity. Surely, this is the ultimate goal of kindly Michaela. And thus, if we are united in common cause, it is there that we must head.
I don't know you.
Follow the crosses of Michaela East to the grim castle of Enzis, and beyond there to the Shadow Keep. Surely, it is there that our answers lie. I await an audience with thee, should fate follow thy arrival.
Yes, please.
Love you, Pookie Bear.
Yes.
So after entering the Mushroom Kingdom and receiving a letter from Bowser, we decide to take a break from our DLC duties by pushing the character creator to its absolute limits beyond the boundaries of God and man.
That's messed
He's just
up.
so beautiful, like
That's
a sunrise
messed up.
over the crashing waves.
I don't know
Because,
about
as it
that.
turns out, my sponsor GamerSubs, wandering merchant of the
I get more subs.
energy drinks, literally allows me to slander them by creating funny builds and characters based on each of their terrifying flavors. And ever since then, have been begging me to stop.
Oh my
so
God.
if you want to know more about how to get energy,
Just imagine GamerSubs in Max's email, like, could you please not make us look like amalgamations of absolute horror, please? That'd be so funny. Oh man, I want a GamerSub sponsor. That'd be great.
and ever since then, have been begging me to stop.
I'm
So if you
hijacking
want to
your
know more about how to
sponsor.
get energy delivered at a low price, this might not be the right video.
Nope.
Okay, so the first thing on our list is going to be Lean, which definitely does not depict President Joe Biden on it, because if they did, they
Not
would
at
receive
all.
an actual cease and desist letter from the Department of Homeland Security. It would be really bad if that hypothetically happened.
Yeah.
Raw meat. Going to be a bit of a big boy today. Has a lot of meat inside of him. I'm taking that to the extreme, by the way.
That's a lot
this
of
man
meat.
has no room for bones.
Oh.
AFK sleep support. Going to be using an arcane sleep build. He doesn't actually do any damage because of his lack of negative side effects. Not really sure what you're supposed to do with this one, honestly.
No,
the
you just
official
sleep.
Max Orc up, who is
Yo!
unfortunately invisible because you do not know what it looks like yet. Stay tuned for updates on this guy.
I want
And
that.
last but not least, we have Code Maxor with 0 for 10% off GamerSubs purchases, who has a lot of stamina because he is just so healthy. You can
He's
find him
great.
inside the description of the video. Just please do not tell GamerSubs that I'm making this. It's
Yeah.
going to be our little secret from now on.
Sure.
Moving on across the Great Bridge to the Grand Castle of Ensis, we immediately get distracted with random caves because this game has content again. Can I just
Oh.
blow up the fucking... You know the item is going to be good when it's placed next to 20 explosives.
Yeah.
So we make our way over to the scariest location in the entire game, featuring a wide variety of hilarious jump scares and funny skeleton boss fights. What the fuck kind of crack they got in the Paris catacombs? You know the...
I don't know if that's so much scary as I would consider stressful. Max, your definition of scary is worrisome, because that just looks absolutely stressful. That's a lot going on all at once. And I'll bet you there's a bunch of traps too, because it looks like it's a dungeon underground, which means there's traps. You're gonna die.
Buddy skeleton boss fights. What the fuck kind of crack they got in the Paris catacombs? You know the item is going to be good when
We
it's
don't
placed next to
talk
the
about
giant
what.
bloodstain. Okay, look, I get this game is supposed to be hard, but I can't iframe the ceiling. So after spending 35 hours in the ball-crushing facility,
How do you do
we
that?
decide to head south to one of Elden Ring's characteristic, extremely high thermostat dungeons, where the boiling magma can best be described as a minor inconvenience. Me enjoying the coolest summer for the rest of my life. Yeah, lava in Elden Ring is just like, not a big deal apparently. The water's fine, guys, I don't know what you're complaining about. What?
Yes?
Bail!
Hi?
Is this homeless man okay?
My
No.
contempt for you is nigh but poetic, like that of the great American novel, Moby Dick!
Do you need a hospital?
Just you wait, for I, Egon, will be progressing just south of this very...
Oh, thanks for the directions, man.
Thank you.
Following in the footsteps of the nearest homeless man, we
Yep.
blindly and uncritically follow his directions.
I feel like the homeless man might be a kind of important side character. But I don't know. Some side characters are just there to tell you where to go. Others actually have a story. Does the... Okay, now I have to ask. Does the homeless man have a story? Does he actually become a little more important? Or does he just tell you where to go?
Following in the footsteps of the nearest homeless man, we blindly and uncritically follow his directions
Yeah.
straight into 4 hours of hidden content. This is going to be a theme in the
A
future,
dragon
including
pit?
his directions that tell us to jump directly into a bottomless pit. That is false advertising. Egon gave me some crazy fucking
insane.
edibles.
What?
It was around this time that the game began subtly suggesting to me that I may wish to come back at a later time,
Yeah.
and I chose to ignore it. Oh. Oh, this isn't a good place to be. Welcome back, Caled. We missed you. It's almost as if the game was specifically trying to prevent me from getting here. I just can't get over the fucking... It looks like a joke.
God.
Welcome back, Godskin Noble. We missed you. We got some crazy lore implications right here. Really...
You're telling me that you get to fight a giant mountain goat? Yeah. That's the devs having fun. That's the devs having fun. And now here's your reminder to moisten. Please drink some water and stretch. Thank you.
Can't wait for the... We missed you. We got some crazy lore implications right here.
That's
Really can't wait for the
insane.
Vadi video on this one.
Wow. That looks so cool.
Is he okay?
No.
Does he need a fucking aspirin?
He's dead.
Tarnished one.
Hi.
Do you hunger for the soul of a dragon?
No.
For communion with the beating heart of a beast?
Those are kind of expensive, lady.
Then,
Yeah.
in exchange for your soul offered to the Drake Flames, I will offer you power far beyond what you can imagine, greater than even the...
No.
Are you listening to me?
What?
Never mind,
Did you
fuck
do
it.
that? Is that an optional thing? Please tell me that was an optional thing. Because I from what I know, being offered a very shady deal such as that, promising great power, it comes with a great, not a good thing. It just comes a lot of stuff, okay? None of it is good. And it's not responsibility either. It's a great amount of problems.
Are you listening to me?
No.
What?
Never mind, fuck it.
Girl's implying that she actually had to ask. Heading on further over the dragon's
Oh my God.
extremely detailed feet. This is Miyazakis Vision, guys. You can't make fun of it.
Feet to work,
We are
feet.
greeted by the beautiful and enthralling
Connoisseur.
landscape of the southern coast. Realm of contrasting
Ooh.
colors and majestic saffron shores.
That looks really nice, actually.
Except the landscape here isn't actually yellow. I'm just fucking with you. Filling our hearts with a profound
dare
sense
you.
of astonishment and amazement. Holy shit, what is this? Oh, there's a blue area. Oh my god, it's fucking too far. This is a really beautiful place to die in. Can't wait to see what amazing enemies live in this Oh god, not you again. This is the wrong neighborhood, motherfucker. We need to leave.
There's so much.
Welcome to the southern coast, a land comprised of many distinct areas, each with their own unique and stunning color schemes, including
Yeah,
but not limited to
like that.
the Crimson Countryside, the Azure Abode, the Funny Finger Family, and of course the secret green area that no one will tell you about. This one is a Maxor video exclusive. Moving on through the red part of the map while ignoring the various color combinations, we decide to take shelter in the local...
I just want to say, I love how Max completely overtook the color scheme of the area just to have a little fun. I love that he manipulated the color scheming so much. I genuinely don't know what's real anymore. I don't. Is yellow blue? Is it red? Is it green? Who knows? We'll find out. Maybe.
red part of the map while ignoring the various color combinations,
Purple.
we decide to take shelter in the local torture dungeon where we can find the undisputed best item in the entire game.
Best
Great.
item?
The ability to scream. We did this for like 10 minutes.
Just do what I do when I have problems.
Scream!
Oh, okay, so this is the, this is the boss?
Yeah.
Oh no, I am really intimidated right now. This man's
would
got
be too.
confidence.
Oh, that is sick.
Now, out of every horrifying area that we've seen in this game, the southern coast definitely
Yeah.
takes the cake in terms of visual splendor, consistently capturing the player's imagination and attention to the
does.
detriment of everything else. There are so many beautiful things to see around here, and the only thing that could make it better was if all of them didn't want to kill me. Usually with a very intense immediacy.
What
It's
is
a
that?
monkey.
Oh!
You fucking...
Is it really a monkey? Didn't look like a monkey. What is that thing?
It's a monkey.
No, it's not.
you fucking, you okay, man? You look kinda, I appear to have made a friend. So
Those
after
giants are
engaging in a
easy to
great
kill.
deal of monkey business, we ride to the east of the Cerulean coast, past the glowing cross where Michaela abandoned his foreskin or something. I don't know, I'm not a lore expert. And pacing along the beach with a suspicious amount of fingers before finally reaching our mysterious destination.
Fingers! Wait,
And immediately wanting to go back.
it's not like that. I didn't say that excitedly for any other reason aside for the fact of sounding excited, okay? I'm not excited about the Stop! I'm not!
And immediately wanting to go back. I am okay with allowing it to
we're
remain
leaving.
mysterious.
Holy. Jesus Christ.
That's
What
messed
is all
up.
this?
It's the Finger family. We found the Finger family, dude.
What?
These are the Finger Ruins, where Miyazaki, uncontent with his weird foot fetish, has decided to move on to the next best thing. And even more disturbing than that, these ruins are exclusively occupied by the funny suckmen, who I spent 40 minutes getting sucked by because this area is just so difficult. Oh my god! What the fuck are you? That is not normal. I'm just going to forget this place ever existed.
Yeah.
Committing to the bit has led me to places that I would not go with a gun. Heading on over to the southernmost edge of the Cerulean coast.
I'm sorry. I just have to say, Max spent 40 minutes getting sucked in the finger pit. Take that as you will.
Heading on over to the southernmost edge of the Cerulean coast, or hypothetically, some other color, we encounter this mysterious giant hole, which, upon further investigation, goes into the ground.
Yeah.
Why is his scream so lifelike? And after a considerable fault in navigation, we descend further into the arcane abyss before finally revealing the secrets within. Fissure Depths, domain of remarkable
That
revelations
looks
and sleepy
crazy.
subterfuge, full of enemies that want nothing more than to give us a nice nap for the rest of our lives, as well as the immortal footprints of the Empyrean Michaela forever inscribed on this enduring cross. I abandon here my love. Yeah, Michaela.
All right. I feel like he might be about to explain that, but I'm going to ask anyways, just in case, because I've already paused and I'm now too late. What did Michaela mean by that? Did Michaela only go to this shadow area, realm, for lack of better words, to find their love? They had a lover? Okay.
On this enduring cross, I abandon here my love. Yeah, Michaela, I've been there too. I wish I could throw Stephanie into a giant pit. Okay, actually though, that is genuinely concerning.
Yeah.
Like, can I have it? This is the EP zone. You can tell because of how relaxing it is, especially when it comes to the giant slug ASMR. This is just genuinely unpleasant to hear.
Yeah,
but you know what
that's
isn't
nasty.
relaxing?
I'll pass.
Literally everything else. I am here significantly before I'm supposed to be. Heading further into the mangled mausoleum, we uncover a
Bass
new
music.
weapon with a new status effect called Eternal Sleep, which, in my personal experience,
I love
can be
it.
applied to most weapons. So
love
after experimenting with a lot of opiates,
Dude, I would not be able to go the entire game without that. I love status effects that are actually helpful on enemies. That is great. You should consistently use it. You absolutely should.
experience can be applied to most weapons. So after experimenting with a lot of opiates at the hands of the local drug dealers, we encounter a sedated sorority of animals, engaged together in a sleepover so good that they will never wake up again. And I'm gonna say what nobody else is willing to say, America has a fentanyl crisis. Is your first fucking instinct just to kill all the sleeping animals, dude? Like,
If I can target it, it needs to die.
blindly accepting the advice of the last guy who died trying, we jump directly into the gaping abyss with absolutely no regard for the consequences.
It no longer does.
Is he okay?
No.
Eventually leading us to the foundation of the Fissure Depths, and in turn, the putrescent night.
That looks really cool.
Welcome back, Tree Sentinel. We missed you. This boss is pretty hilarious. Not because he holds his attacks until the heat death of the universe, although he does do that, but rather being a literal skeleton riding his own skin, Putrescent Knight has a habit of moving away from you during his only attack windows. And also he's fucking horrifying. No matter what I do, I just cannot seem to hit him. In the same way that I just cannot seem to interpret what I'm currently looking at.
No.
This
There's so many colors happening. Of course you don't know what's happening. Nobody does. I don't even know if the real color purple is on screen because view max, okay? I don't even know if I should trust the colors anymore.
in the same way that I just cannot seem to interpret what I'm currently looking at. This is what happens to your horse when he survives the glue factory. Like, bro, that is not okay. No. Mom said it's my turn to do the attack combos. Overall, Putrescent Knight truly represents the Southern Coast, both in terms of its intrinsic beauty and its congenital terror, especially considering the fact that you aren't supposed to go here yet, and the game spent at least 2 hours trying to tell me that. This is all to say that I have dug my grave far too deep to climb out now, and the irony of this setting is not lost on me.
That's insane! So the game actually legitimately tells you not to go further if you're not supposed to be in an area? Oh, that is great. I love how you completely disregarded all of it.
Thing is not lost on me.
Oh, not the horse.
Tarnished, do you grow weary of this life?
No.
Longing to shelter from suffering with eternal sleep.
You know, honestly, I wasn't before, but then I looked at you.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Tarnished in my juicy nectar, in the velvet embrace of Saint Trina, you will lie at peace forever.
Take the purple! Who is that? And why is she hot? And why'd she do that?
That just kills you. I guess it was just all a dream.
Yeah.
What a lovely NPC.
I mean, of course it was a dream. Women don't exist. I got my hopes up. I'm sorry, I won't do it again.
Kills you. I guess it was just all a dream. What a lovely NPC, honestly.
Yeah,
So after unfortunately suffering an overdose at the hands of the local drug dealers, we decide to head instead to the craggy landscape of the Jagged Peak, which is in fact where I was supposed to go in the first place. A sinister and looming feature of the landscape visible from almost every location. Rumored dwelling of forces most malicious, and home to the funniest wildlife thus seen in the lands between. With our first example being the Jagged Peak Drake, which despite being a fairly rudimentary fight that we have done 15 times already, implies the existence of a Jagged Peak Josh. I'm just gonna not play this one, honestly. Riding further east along this mountain's broken bluffs and sharp stones, we navigate this dismal and desolate terrain, wondering what stunning content lies just ahead. Only to find 2 more of the exact same dragon, prompting me to immediately terminate my playthrough.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Jagged Peak Drake again. And he's fighting Jagged Peak Josh.
At least I don't have to play the game now. It's almost as if the game was specifically trying to prevent me from getting here.
Yeah. Is he trying to tell me that the game is actually genuinely trying to not let him in there? I feel like that's what I just got told. But I don't know, I'm very unsure. He could be joking.
Almost as if the game was specifically trying to prevent me from getting here. God damn it, not this guy again.
In my unyielding state of rage, you've made me forget the name of the whale in that book.
It's called Moby Dick.
Damn you, Bale! Drake Warrior. Mighty Drake Warrior.
I prefer Kendrick personally.
Upon the top of this rotten peak lies a dragon most foul. A dragon who has thus confounded me.
It is Moby Dick.
Bale! Rotten, vile.
Oh my god.
Bale! King of the Jagged Mountain.
Bale!
Slay. Bale. Slay him with me.
With you?
And feast on his heart.
You know what? I'm just not gonna tell you now.
Some Bale.
So after listening to the ramblings of a homeless man for the severanth time today, we ascend sharply up the mountain, filled with a new sense of motivation and purpose, further and greatly emphasized by the hilarious string of Looney Tunes obstacles. Oh my god, it's the best fight in the entire game! The 15th dragon! I'm so grateful they put this here instead of anything else! Fleeing further upwards, surpassing the—
It's crazy that an area filled with dragons has a, dragon mini boss and a dragon boss. That's wild. Dude, that's so beautiful. It's okay, Max. We all have those moments.
I'm so grateful they put this here instead of anything else. Fleeing further upwards, surpassing the realm of geographical possibility, we are carried beyond the height of anything seen until now, to a path covered in naught but rugged rocks and ridiculously violent weather.
Why is the sky on fire?
It's a gender reveal party. Before finally rising to the mighty summit of the Jagged Peak, where we will await the entrance of a mighty foe.
That is a big arena.
Curse you, Bale! I hereby vow you will rue this day.
What?
For we have come to hunt thee, Bale.
No way!
For made flesh. For I will riddle with holes your rotten eye, with a hail of harpoons, with every last drop of my being.
Am I even supposed to be here? Here we are.
Wait, so he actually does have a purpose aside from being the crazy homeless man. Oh, I'm so happy about that. But why is he so cracked and ready to face a dragon? Who was this guy? What? There has to be more secrets about him.
Am I even supposed to be here? Here we are finally fighting Bale the Dread, Twisted King of the Jagged Mountain. Or more accurately, watching Egon fight Bale for us. And he's doing a really good job so far.
Great job.
Now, if you weren't already disregarding me as an accurate guide, then let this fight be a lesson to you. Because you are definitely not supposed to win this yet, and I definitely don't care. Genuinely just raw dog this guy for like 4 hours straight.
Miyazaki wants the epileptics in the audience to just die in real life.
I can concur. I'm an epileptic. I'm not photosensitive. Anybody who is photosensitive, I don't think they would be able to touch this game. Not with the amount of lights. That would be terrible. So that is a very solid and agreeable statement.
4 hours straight.
Thanks.
Miyazaki wants the epileptics in the audience to just die in real life.
Bale the Dragon has a dreadful arsenal of attacks, each one requiring their own reactions and responses, with a consistently small margin of error that will keep you guessing for a very long boss fight, and some of the funniest damage that a nuclear weapon is capable of, including but not limited to swipe attacks, grab attacks, extremist attacks, and a significant amount of the color orange, making for a battle that is as beautifully chaotic as it is violently explosive. Because Lord knows this boss fight has plenty of that.
You shall know fear.
The voiceover is
Egon, can you,
sick.
shut the fuck up soon? This battle truly feels like an epic hunt against the likes of a terrifying beast, with a mesmerizing barrage of blows whose haunting splendor can only be matched by their daunting power. Especially when the majority of attacks take out half of my health bar. They got everything right in regards to both presentation and gameplay. But what I didn't anticipate was that they expect the same out of you, putting our patience to the ultimate test while making for a challenge that is so good I forgot that I handicapped myself. You know what?
I just have to ask, before he says anything else, when you fought Bale, if you've played the DLC, were you kitted up? Or did you just kind of pull a max and go in without thinking kind of deal? I'm curious to see what the ratio would be to that, because I know I ignore warnings from games that are like, oh, don't go this way. You're not leveled. No, don't do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to continue to do it.
While making for a challenge that is so good, I forgot that I handicapped myself. Yay! You know what, Egon? You can have this one.
Oh.
To put it simply, each moment spent with Veil the Dread is a thrilling dance between life and death, filled to the brim with the desolation of bitter defeat, alongside the thrill of glorious victory.
Wow.
And I made sure to enjoy every single second of it,
so
as long as it fucking takes.
Yeah! Let's go! How does he keep doing this? Every single time. Max is just able to loop me in and keep me happily seated, and all of my attention is just focused on what is happening. Even though there's a bunch of edits and RGB effects, so on and so forth, it's so encapsulating. Wow, my mind is blown. Oh my gosh, I don't think I'm ready. There's still 26 minutes more for me to enjoy. Oh my god. I love it. Hydrate reminder.
That took me 20 hours to make. Hey there guys, Maxor here.
20
Big fan of the
hours?
concept of music. And as a result of the deal that I made with a wizard, I am morally obligated to alert you that the song you just heard, and this song, and this song, was all made by a special artist and friend of the channel, Cthulhu Seeker. That is a crazy composer name, who primarily makes covers that sound like sex with Jesus feels.
Dude, thank you.
How is this legal to use?
I don't know.
And if you happen to be a fan of a game called Elden Ring, which you know, maybe, then you may be interested in his entire album of synthwave covers specifically for this game, on an actual vinyl record and cassette tape available in the description store now. Please buy it. It would sound really good if I owned anything.
Yeah.
Also, he recently did the exact same thing for an obscure game called Dark Souls 3. So if you're a fan of the music in this video, and also 2 previous videos, take a look at Cthulhu Seeker. His stuff can be found in the description. So after defeating the vile, loathsome Bale on behalf of the now vaporized Captain Ahab, we move on through the Speargrave Plains once again, continuing across the Great Bridge to the Grand Castle of Ensis. They're very nice people if you get to know them. An impressive and imposing structure standing in the path of the Shadow Keep beyond. And also where I was supposed to go in the first place, but for real this time. Very easy to get distracted in this game.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, 40 minutes being sucked in a finger cave is really important.
Castle Ensis is a bit of a weird location, and a great way to tell new players that it is time to stop playing now, featuring many twists and turns with the distinct architectural vibes of the once populated Academy of Raya Lucaria, the fate of which I am not currently aware of, except this time featuring so many impaled corpses that it began to destroy my computer. And the 15...
I don't think they're fine. Because if I remember correctly, that castle had a bunch of orphans in it, right? Oh no.
Featuring so many impaled corpses that it began to destroy my computer. And the 15 particle effect throwers are not fucking helping right now. No. Here we can acquaint ourselves with the numerous cracked out enemies strewn about these puzzling paths, as well as the population of the starving dog pit. Every single castle has to have one. Making note of its many nuances, right before those nuances, make note of us. I swear to God this guy can be the final boss of this game.
Oh my god.
You know, I would normally say that this place is pretty cool, but Then I found out that they were Redditors. So unfortunately, I have resigned myself to kill everyone inside this goddamn castle, and then move on to the next logical target. Erratically moving onwards in the vague direction of the exit, and acquainting ourselves with the classical carrion hospitality. Only I'm allowed to heal.
Look, he was just getting a drink, dude. Why'd you have to do that? Don't you know how it feels to try and take a drink and then you get slammed? I thought we were all aware of that pain. Max, show a little, you know, a little mercy. Be the better man. Kid, don't be that guy. Be the better man.
Carrion hospitality. Only I'm allowed to heal. That is illegal. We ascend to the very center of the Dread Fortress, and consequently to the formidable Twin Moon Night.
Oh, that is beautiful. That's so pretty.
Rana Twin Moon Night is the very confusingly named Rude Awakening for players of all strides who, in their hubris and pride, thought they would be able to experience the game they bought. Bet you're feeling pretty silly right now. This boss has every single trait that you could possibly consider difficult, with extreme aggression, incredible mobility, an astonishing amount of variation, and to top it all off, just enough magic to make you feel uncomfortable. Meticulously designed in every aspect to induce an instinctive, primordial panic response, and then immediately punish you for it. With the majority.
See, I love how I start the video and I'm like, man, Max, you might just convince me to play the game. And then, you know, 3 bosses later, I'm realizing I'm not built for this, but I can live vicariously, happily, through Max. And that is just what I'm going to do. Thank you, Max.
Primordial panic response, and then immediately punish you for it. With the majority of attacks ending with an optional combo extension, which itself can also be extended, so on and so forth. Like, holy shit, dude, please relax for a second. Proving definitively that the most threatening bosses in the game are not dragons, giants, or lions, but are in fact 9-foot tall women. What did Miyazaki mean by this? Sorry about what happened to your sister, by the way, and your nieces. The divorce really hit this family hard. So after a long series of lessons on how not to be so terrible, Rana finally enters phase 2 by buffing herself in the coolest way that I've ever seen, which, on top of giving her an excessive amount of fiery fury and magic mavings, enables her to use her ultimate signature carrion sorcery. Her massive balls. Yeah, so this fight's gonna take me a second. I have never had so much fun getting obliterated.
Wild! Oh my god. She looks harder than the other bosses, and the other bosses were also very difficult. But she looks insane. I think I'd lose my crap. I wouldn't be able to do it. I would cry. That is so cool. Oh my god. Holy. A princess? She's a princess? Of what? Oh, wait, the castle, right. Sorry. Michaela! Left another mark.
So, you've made it after all. Then I welcome you most dearly to the land of Shadow Altus.
It's not spelled that way, but
Golden,
okay.
beautiful, and yet eternally marked by our sin.
Is that why it's piss-colored?
Look over there, Pookie Bear.
Please stop saying that.
To the north lies a fortress known as the Shadow Keep. An oppressive, towering citadel of a war long won.
Okay.
Or long lost.
I was about to say.
Were it not for the charm that kindly Michaela has placed upon me, I too would rip your heart out and kill you.
Oh.
What?
It is how I show affection, honey. Your objective, as is mine, is to enter the confines of the Black Keep climbing its tallest palisades and reaching the very heart of darkness. Mesmer the Impaler lies in its darkest goon cave, waiting for the embrace of a mother who will never return.
We've made my
He
goon cave
is what is
alone.
required for us to reach kindly Michaela.
Oh,
For
okay.
us to witness the power of a living god. For us to finally officiate our marriage.
Excuse me, lady?
Kindly Michaela was thee who shipped us tarnished.
Yes.
It must happen. You cannot fix me. And I want at least 12
Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna
children whose names
work
will
on the key
start
thing
with
now.
the same letter.
Oh my god! Cotton being a VA for a crazy mother who wants 12 children is absolutely wild, but also very fitting. I'm sorry, that was just so beautiful. I couldn't help myself. This looks so pretty.
Welcome, everyone, to the
cheeks
scarred
hurt.
and radiant landscape of Skadu. Skadu. It's pronounced Shadow Altus. A
Yeah.
beautiful domain of golden glades and horrifying hollows, punctuated occasionally
He's
by the
naked.
gigantic bear attacks. Because we have done a very bad job of preventing forest fires.
Yeah.
A place well kept within the shadows of the Shadow Keep. And most importantly, fabled home of the ancient and revered technique of
Uncle
beating the
Dan?
shit out of people with your bare hands. And no, I do not mean the actual bare hands. That is different, apparently. I would genuinely be embarrassed if I was killed by this. Like, imagine dying to a bear.
Yeah,
Circle
imagine.
won't stop that monster. I'm running for my life.
Yeah, Max! How'd that work?
Heading to the north, we come across this secret cave, leading us to a secret path. Very,
Ooh.
very far to the east,
Very
to the
secret.
extent that it is disturbing. Before finally reaching the headwaters of the Scorpion River, which is seemingly called that for no particular reason.
Yeah.
This is the
not
most
at all.
horrifying thing I've seen in my life, and is home to a
They just don't
fan-favorite
stop.
selection of enemies here on tour from the charming land of Caelid.
Yay!
Everyone's favorite enemies.
Yes, it's the cum shrimp.
Just don't go to the Scorpion River, and
Yeah, just
definitely
swim.
don't go to the funny Deathblight catacombs that were extremely bugged in co-op.
Well, that's
you gotta be-
messed up.
Oh my fucking god, bro is not okay.
Let's do this.
He's not.
What? What the fuck? Squidward, if you get blasted, we are going to die.
What makes you say that?
You guys are freaking out over nothing.
died.
What the hell you gotta be afraid of in here?
Thanks, Max.
Always happy to help, buddy.
Wow.
Shadow Altus is home to many a mysterious location, with some of the highlights including such scenes as the big fort with a giant dead body pit. But
Yeah,
to get
that
to my
makes
favorite
sense.
location in these luminous landscapes, we must head below the buried ruins of Morth and emerge deep within the confines of the very normal village with a minor obsession with arts and
Yeah.
crafts, second only to their obsession with sharpening their tools as much as humanly possible.
Well,
Watch, he's gonna do it
you
again.
know,
There you go.
Humans, curiosity, you know, when they're left to their own, you know, they just end up finding new hobbies. And those hobbies can vary from painting to making your own weapons, but not your own clothes. So you gotta cut them some slack. They didn't pick up the right hobby.
With sharpening their tools as much as humanly possible.
Oh
Watch, he's
my
gonna do it
God.
again. There he goes. Oh, there he goes again.
Sharpen?
Okay, he's getting some space. Why?
Sharpen?
Sharpening the sword.
He's not the sharpest tool in the shed, but he's gonna make sure his sword is.
Oh,
Gotta
yeah.
love me some of that lore-accurate kitchenware. So after a few minutes of watching a bunch of naked men straight up jork it, we follow the bridge northwards through the darkest forest in all of Skadu Altus, dodging a series of familiar encounters before finally finding ourselves
Very
approaching the
familiar.
cathedral of Manus Meter. So here we have a wonderful selection of NPC companions, such as the mentally stable man,
Who is that?
who, if you so choose, leads you down an unsettling questline whose purpose is to reveal the secret truth hidden just beyond the stars, eventually unveiling the dark underlying reality sitting within the very heart of the deformed finger dimension.
Oh.
What the fuck are they putting in Japan's drinking water? We also have this cool guy named, he's Sauron. It's literally just Sauron. Like, how am I supposed to take this seriously? So after our incredible meeting with the Finger family final boss, we decide to head to the north of Skadualtis.
Wait, I just realized that Max just very smoothly sped ran and showed footage of his entire journey with the Finger boss. Unless that wasn't his journey, but I'm positive it was because it's Max. That was very smooth. That was very, very smooth, actually. Holy fluff. I gotta process that. I have to.
With the Finger family final boss, we decide to head to the north of Skadualtis, riding through the ominous Black Gate and into the very, very long tunnel before finally emerging within the confines of the Shadow Keep, dark fortress of eternal occupation, oppressive hold of Mesmer the Impaler, and specifically the very bottom of the Shadow Keep. This is just like a genuinely massive game. Like, can I have my life back, please?
No.
Now, Shadowkeep is actually accessible from two completely different angles. The side entrance, beginning in the Church District, leads both high above this tower's soaring walls and down below to a variety of beautiful and diverse ways to die, each of which I will be returning to when I remember to do them. And the main entrance, starting with a steep ascent, leads us into the depths of the Citadel itself. But in order to access this rambunctious route, we have to first prove ourselves against the randomly placed hippo exhibit. Because no evil fortress is complete without one.
Oh, what? Is that a hippo?
Yeah, they just keep a hippo in the basketball court, dude.
Oh, never mind. It's Super Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh my god.
As you can probably tell by this point, Shadowkeep is not so much of a fortress or castle, as much as it is an insane version of Lanedale. And that was an entire metropolitan area, with numerous complex interconnected paths leading both outside the castle and within. And outside the castle, and within again. It's really hard to tell if you're getting lost.
Yeah. I would be so lost in this area. Legit, for like, I think it was like the better part of half an hour on stream yesterday. I was in a tiny area, but everything looked so similar. I was like, yappers, I'm lost. And then 5 seconds later, again, I think I'm lost. And then again, yeah, I'm lost. I need a map for things, okay? And this is a lot, even with a map. Holy fluff.
And within again. It's really hard to tell if you're getting lost.
Yeah, it looks hard. It looks really hard.
Welcome to the evil place where all of the bad people live, as opposed to Skadualtis, which only contains very nice people in it. Here we can familiarize ourselves with Shadowkeep's many distinct locations, and subsequently its very distinct residents, which can range from a series of unique and challenging Fire Knights, all the way over to the paraplegic gravity wizard riding a pig, which I thought was a pretty fun fight, and would be even more enjoyable if I remembered how I got here. Every single copy of Elden Ring is personalized, and this one is trying to give me a stroke. Miyazaki intended for him to move at that speed. It is just part of the game.
That's insane. Wow. How? It's just a man and a pig!
Rolling further onward at an appropriate speed, we progress further into the Black Bastion by ascending into the Specimen Storehouse, an amazing and aloft archive containing all of the charismatic megafauna that Mesmer the Impaler was very nice to, which is why everyone in Bellerot was so welcoming to me. This area is extremely confusing, almost as confusing as my video structure, with some paths guiding us high above this looming library, eventually culminating in the discovery of a secret elevator, one that takes us all the way back down to Skadualtis again.
Oh, we're back here.
So that's how I got here. While others lead to some incredibly important lore revelations.
Tarnished, you're finally here. I have a secret plot twist to tell you that will surely have great
God damn it, you guys again. I just want to have a conversation, man.
The late Lord mode.
How were this many people following me? I blame you for this.
That was on purpose!
This is it, guys. This is the joke that I've been setting up the entire video.
Yeah?
It's time for us to climb the giant feet. This is a mandatory part of the level. Miyazaki wanted this for you.
Why are you laughing, Max?
Oh, you don't want to know, man. It is a From Software secret. Okay, so it turns out that the bats can't actually hit you so long as you remain in the fetal position.
Yay!
The only problem with this strategy is that you can never escape. This is just my life now.
Yeah, you know what? If I just needed a break, and I knew that just lying down in the fetal position would allow that, I'd do it. I'd absolutely do it without complaining. I'd just chill there, take a breath, get something to eat, stretch, drink some water, maybe some tea. You know, just take a nice breather. So here's your third, I think, hydration reminder.
Never escape. This is just my life now. Hot jump scare. I therapy isn't enough, man. He needs to be shot.
No! That is so cool! Oh. I love it. I'm here for it. Oh. I feel like I should be quiet. Yep. I feel like I should be quiet.
Thou art tarnished, it seems.
I'm a snake.
Please don't pay attention.
Who are you?
I'm a snake.
See, you did it again. I don't like that. But if one so bereft of light must know the name of his demise, then let it be so. For in the words of Mother Marika, was my crusade ordained. Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death.
That was insane!
Grace of Mesmer's flame.
Oh, I love him! I do! I love him!
Mesmer the Impaler, Grim King of the Shadowlands, and the world's most unfortunate incel, trapped in the darkness of his goon cave, is here to show us that those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death in the embrace of Mesmer's flame. Or so he tells us every single time we die to him. And at this point he seems kind of bored of it. This is the only major boss fight in the game where the first phase is harder than the second, with most of his moves acting as...
Are you serious right now? Hold on. I have to ask. You, who is watching me, was Mesmer harder in the first phase for you or the second phase for you? In your opinion, I have to know. I gotta see the numbers, okay? I have to.
Major boss fight in the game where the first phase is harder than the second, with most of his moves acting as very thorough explanations.
He's thrusting.
Autism be damned, my man can cook a fucking shish kebab. You see, on a fundamental level, Mesmer is both extremely simple and quite complicated. Simple in that we are fighting a straightforward duel with an intuitive yet rapid moveset, and complicated in that every single attack is its own unique psychological torment, demanding and necessitating a great deal of discipline, where even the slightest hint of panic immediately results in death. This guy just does not know when to stop. It is actually getting funny at this point, almost always engaging us in extremely long combos where every other attack is laced with gunpowder. But if the player is able to dodge his excessive onslaught, Mesmer offers generous and ample openings, sometimes in the middle of mix-ups, before winding up another flurry and beginning the process all over again. Which is, of course, assuming that the combo is actually going to end. Mesmer, you need to put that snake...
You see... With bosses like Mesmer, you cannot get greedy, even for a second. So if you can if you can confidently, and I say confidently because this is important, if you can confidently get 2 hits in, just go for the 2 hits. It'll take a while, but it's worth it. If you can confidently get 3 hits, so on and so forth. Only do what you're confident that you can do, okay? I feel like I misworded that, but that's okay. I'm very distracted right now. I'm very distracted. It's a very long video.
Which is, of course, assuming that the combo is actually going to end.
Pay attention to
Mesmer,
everything.
you need to put that snake away. There are children here.
I'm a snake.
Shut the fuck up!
With hilarious belligerence and range that is not
we
to be
can't have
underestimated,
that.
combined with a large and varying skill set, this boss makes for a fight that is as beautifully fun as it is incredibly sleek. Mesmer has the oppression of Rana, the spectacle of Bale, the good looks and charm of Rykard, and the smoothness of Radigan, all coming together in this one ridiculous battle that I genuinely cannot stop playing. No, seriously, I would like to beat it now. Combining to make for an outstanding game of skill with a great deal to love and one very good reason to hate.
No.
That looks
no,
great.
No. This can't be happening.
It's happening.
I suffered
And so did
hundreds
Max.
of years
Your turn.
to be king of ashes.
Yeah, pretty much. Whatever that means.
Oh, mother.
Mom?
If I must be forsaken so, then forgive me.
What?
This one.
Oh, I can't look. I can't look. Oh no, I can't look. I can't look. Why did he do that? What? What was that?
I'm a snake.
Bow!
Soon tarnished, wilt thou be taken in the jaws of the abyssal serpent, shorn of light. Over again.
Oh, that's terrifying. Wow. I don't even have anything to say. That's insane. Oh my god. Oh my god. I gotta know how long that takes. I have to know how long it takes to beat this specific boss. I need to know, because that would take me ages. And by ages, I mean months. And by months, I'm lying. I mean years. And there is so much flashing on screen. I have to blink a little bit. I apologize. Ugh. Also, hydrate. Whew. My body is ready. Or so I think. Oh. Oh, he's just gone. He didn't even say anything. We're just leaving? That sounds so nice. I love it. That is so pretty. Oh. Max, you madman. Wow. The flowers are actually blooming. What?
I'm maybe halfway through the DLC.
We're not even done. Thank you, Max. Holy. you for tuning in to another NEKO Reacts. Honestly, I'm a bit at a loss for words. I cannot believe that entire video only covered about half the DLC. Holy fluff. How many of you have actually finished the entire DLC? Let me know in the comments below. Until then, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Mata!